And welcome to this episode of the podcast Playground, where podcasters come to play. Today, my guest is no other than Todd Mitchell. I would tell y'all what Todd do, but I'm not. I'll make you stew for just a moment as we go over what Todd does. He is multifaceted. He is a writer, an author, and much more. But you know what though? I ain't finna toot his horn. I'm gonna let him tell a little bit of story about himself. What's going on, man?
How you doing?
All right, welcome to the playground.
Thanks for having me.
So, who is Todd Mitchell, man?
Oh boy, where do I start? Todd Mitchell is a person that went through many phases, many transitions, as well ups and downs. Facts of life, I guess is what they would say. And but very hard, very kind-hearted, very spiritual, very loyal, very risen. I could say from the best parents ever.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, you gotta give homage to the foundation.
Yes.
Because without the foundation, the building can't stand.
Right. So that's like I said, went to Miami-Dade College, film production degree. Then went to Full Sail University, was digital cinematography, excuse my language. But started off acting. And I said, with acting, I said, you know what, I want to take it a step further. I want to create my own films. I actually started this book in 2017.
So let me get this straight. You're ever evolving because you start out and went to school for film. Not only during that course, you did acting, you produced your own films, and in between sleeping and going to work, you decide, you know what, I'm gonna be an author too.
This was inspired because of the issue I had, and the issue strengthened over through the years. I played college basketball, played arena football for 8 years, traveled all over the U.S. And through all that time, I had a inner spirit inside.
That kept saying, hey, you need to put this word out.
Yeah, well, what inspired me to put the word out is because I didn't want nobody going through what I actually went through. Let's get it out there. I had an alcohol issue. Mm-hmm. That was my downfall. That was my downfall to everything. I lost basketball. Football, it took a toll on football because, it was slowing down my progress. Every time I would get close to it, it'd be the alcohol that took me back, so I ended up getting hurt. And next thing you know it, age caught up with me. The coaches, they still liked me, that was in professional levels, but my age was already.
So you started to age out, unfortunately.
Right.
Which is what nobody really ever talks about.
Yeah.
They think when you're young, you're like, man, I'm gonna be able to do this forever.
No, you're not.
And then the reality set in, it's always a different vision.
Yeah, the age got to me, and the reason the age got to me because my mind wasn't focused because I was already controlled by something I had no power over. So, throughout them years, 2017, I said, I'm gonna write a book about my life.
Oh man, that's nice.
2017. Did it finish in 20? No, I just finished this book in this year. Because the vision, not the vision, I'm gonna say the purpose that God has for my life to share, it wasn't complete yet. It's still not complete now, but that part of it was like with the abuse I had with alcohol.
Right. So you closed that chapter.
Closed that chapter, yes. And I said, I felt in my heart. That's how I know when God's speaking to me, when I feel it in my heart, is to let him know, like, hey, now let's go and share and help others. I brought you out of it, so let me go, now you need to share others. It can
because your struggles can be somebody's guidance.
It is. Because seeing other people's struggles will help God,
help guide you through.
Right. So I said I know a lot of athletes, a lot of visionaries that went through the same thing. Because I'm not the only one that goes through it. That's others, but others need push, need help. Thank God, blessed me with parents that I had to keep praying for me every day and try to push me through it. But you have to want to do it within yourself. It have to be set in your mind.
So when you set out to write this iteration of your book, how did you envision it coming across to the people?
Believe it or not, first I started off with I said I want a movie about it, because everybody pay attention to film, everybody pay attention to TV. So you would have more people watch the television than you'll have read a book.
Oh, by far.
But you will also, it's kind of tricky how you do it. But if you write the book first, they come up with a movie, you're going to have more engagement.
Yeah, because they want to see if it's true in the book.
Right.
They want to see just how much you stick to that storyline and just how much you roll along with it to see if the two compare to each other.
Right. Now, when the movie comes out, it's gonna have a little bit more detail on it. It's gonna have a little bit. It's gonna be true, because everything. One thing it's a lot of stuff that I kept out of the book because I don't want to spread that negativity.
Right, especially when you're trying to inspire and help somebody who's going through the same thing you went through. You don't want to hold them back. You want to help them more so than be that negative light for them. They already have that part.
Right.
So you don't need to give them that part. You're trying to give them ways out. Exactly.
And that was my whole angle, because I was telling my mom this other day. I said, Mom, I believe God wrote this book. And I told her why. Because it was a lot that happened in my life. And my parents was always telling me, don't go this way, don't go that way. But like a little kid, you got to touch the stove.
Well, if they say don't do it, now you got to
do it. You got to do it. And that was me. I was the rebel. Now, that was me. But fact was, like I said, a lot of stuff that I brought on myself, God saved me through a lot of, because it could have led to death. It could have led to prison. It could have led to a lot of things. So, God covered me all the time, and my parents praying, my family praying. When I say my family, my entire family, like extended family, outside family, inner family, like all that. I was hard-headed. I wanted to test the waters myself. And
I mean, every young male, so I can only speak from that standpoint, so I'm not saying that women don't do it, but every male always has that urge to test the waters. It's just innate. Mm-hmm. I mean, you better be in the house before street lights come on. Don't give me a time limit. I'll come home when I want to.
Right. That was me.
Yeah.
That was me.
That's the craziness to being a young male, because you want to be the man. At the same time, you thinking in your head being the man means you're going to be able to call the shots, but you still living at home.
Right. So make that make sense,
But in your head, you're like, they can't tell me what to do.
Walk up in that Mitchell's house if you want to. Oh man.
That don't work well.
My mom would just say, okay, you gonna get it. My dad said, let me tell you something. If you ever walk inside this house like that again, consider yourself outside.
Yeah, but you know what though? Even though you went through your battle with alcohol, you still held on to the values that your dad gave you. You still held on to the values that your mom gave you.
Yes.
You were able to find that light and the inspiration in what you did in order to come out of it and then write the book.
Yes. Everything, to this day, I still call my parents my heroes. That's been like that since I was a child, because I watched them. I watched them do good. I watched them do bad. I watched them argue. I watched them love each other unconditionally. And that, and be honest with you, that did stick inside of me. The real reason why I wrote this book is because I can easily say I don't want, because my dad told me I don't want you going down the road I went down. I don't want others to go down the road they went down. But I understand you can't, some things you have to physically go through in order to learn it. Now, once you physically go through it and you see, like you read this book, you're going to be like, you know what? If it worked for him, I know it'll work for me. If he put his life in
that hope, and that's what
right.
That's what you want. If you're searching for, somebody to get you through whatever situation you're going through, and you come across a book or a person or just a support group, you want to know that you're not in that for the negativity. You're in it for the positivity, and you can see where it's helped others.
Yes.
Because you want out. It just depends on how strong you are at getting out.
That was the biggest issue right there. I wanted out for years. Man, when I can say years, that's what inspired. In 2017, I wanted out. But that's how strong of a hold that spirit had on me. Now I see why they call alcohol spirits.
Fine wines.
Yes, exactly. I've been wanting out. It just kept it. It had a hold on me so long. It'll tell you the first day I had my very first drink. And
oh wow.
That book would tell you the very first day, and ever since then, that's when the gate opened up. I would sit there and literally say, I'm not doing this no more. I can't. I don't like the way I feel. I'm hurting on the inside. I'm not the same person.
No, because you think in your mind you are during that moment, but what you think and the visual reality of what is always two different things.
Yes.
So, like me, I'm a connoisseur of Crown Royal. I have over 15 different kinds. I don't drink every day, every month, every week. Heck, it might be 6 months, it might be 2 months, it might be 2 days before I have a drink, and that's only a shot if I decide to drink it. But now, on the flip side of that, I had a guy online reach out to me and tell me that you shouldn't be putting alcohol in your post because there are those of us that are recovering from alcoholism. I said, I had to think about that. And my reply was, if you are recovering, your lack of control is not the same as my lack of control.
Right.
If we truly have freedom of choice, you chose what you wanted. I was able to choose what I wanted. But that's not saying what I chose is good. That's not saying what you chose is good. But what it is saying that we both have that opportunity to choose. And with that, you were able to choose to, hey, I don't like this part of my life. I want to make this change. So you chose to make that change. And now look, you're a published author.
Yes.
And you're helping others with your book.
And that's the main thing. Circling back around what you said about the posts and everything. I find that not contradicting, but the person that said that, like you said, it's about control. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, hey, you shouldn't drink because I can't drink. That's not, no.
Yeah, that's like saying I shouldn't be a vegan because you eat meat.
Right. I know for a fact myself, if it is one sip, it'll trigger it off.
Yeah, and you don't want to do that.
Right. So why would I want to take? Would I want to take that chance of triggering it off, knowing what's going to happen, knowing that at the end?
And then you got to start your battle all over.
Yes.
Recovery all over again. And I commend those who actually made it through alcoholism, who is on the other side of it. I know every day is a struggle for you. Because if you're still around the same people, those same people have the same tendencies. But you're bright, you're strong enough not to join in, knowing your level of control. So I commend you on that.
At first it was tough because I did separate myself from a lot of people, but it wasn't because of them. It was because of me.
Right, because you needed to make that change
Right.
within you.
Right. And now I can go to a lounge. I can go anywhere, and I don't want to surround myself with it all the time.
Right.
But I want to be like, hey, if I go to an event or a network, I easily, no, I'm good, I'm fine, and it's no temptation, no stress. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell somebody, hey, you should have stopped doing that. No, I don't know your level. I don't know your level of tolerance. I don't know if it's a trigger for you, but I know it's one for me.
Right.
So I'm in control of myself, and that's where, why I put reclaim my life, because I can reclaim my life back. Because I could have been that last drink I had.
Easily.
And because I used to I ain't gonna incriminate myself,
Right.
but
You went through some things.
I went through some things.
And now you on the other side.
Right.
Thank goodness.
Now, would I be a witness to tell people? Because a few people always came up to me already, and I would just tell them this is what I went through. Now, I'm not going to tell you to stop, but I'm going to tell you to be careful. If you know that it's going to be a trigger and you can't control it, it's going to put you in a position where you're going to lose your family, you're going to lose your career. If you think it's going to go that far, then please get out, because it's going to end bad.
If you know the first thing you got to do in the mornings is take a drink, and then before you leave the house, you got to take another drink, you need help.
Yes. And that was me. I would drink with a celebration. If you say hey to me, that's a celebration. Like, oh, okay.
He said, hello, time to get drunk.
Yep, time to hit it. I would drink during depression. That was my go-to. It was. It was so much, it would trigger. And then I didn't like the person who it became, because I have lost good friends because of my alcoholism. God always opened doors for me. Now, truly what made me go ahead and do this, because I figured, okay, I lost basketball to drinking. I'm not afraid to admit it. I lost football to drinking. I have a daughter. My princess, everything, it means everything in the world. I did not want to lose her. I didn't want to lose my family. My girlfriend, fiance, she's been there through AA. Through rehab and everything, she's been there. I didn't want to lose her, even though it was a battle between that because of my alcohol, but I didn't want to lose that no more. And I definitely didn't want God to say, you know what, you're not listening. Let me go and close it. No, I didn't want that.
No.
I didn't want to lose my acting career. Didn't want to lose the filming and everything.
Well, think about it like this. You see your heroes in your parents, right?
Yes.
You want your little girl to do the same. You want to continue that legacy of heroes. Because not every hero is rich. Not every hero is super smart. But
Right.
you can be a hero in many, many, many other ways.
Yes, you can.
So I understand why you hit that plateau and you was like, I need to make this change. Because raising a daughter, raising a son, that's the legacy. And if the legacy is tainted, all you did was make a bad cycle. You just kept them in the same cycle that you were in, and then you pulled them into it.
Yes.
But thank God you came out. As we sit in the studio, you see the light.
Oh, definitely. I see the light.
You see the light, and now you're helping others through your writing. You're still doing acting.
Yes.
I mean, you went to Full Sail. So you know what you're looking for when it comes time to produce the movie, because he gonna make a movie about this, y'all.
Oh, yes.
So
it's coming.
You want to tell them a little bit about your acting career, or a little bit about how you ventured from acting, from writing towards acting?
Well, this is how I started. And it's funny. It was down in Miami when I realized, because I came back from a major injury, and once your knee gone,
Well, it's hard.
it's hard to come back from it. So I came back and I made a few good plays. But I remember waking up one Monday morning and just started crying. Called my dad, called my football agent, and just started crying and said, I can't do it no more. And me and a few of my old football friends walking on the beach one day, and this lady just stopped me. Excuse me, are you an actor? You need to be on TV. Ever since then, I was like, all right. I started off with Spanish shows, Telemundo. Can't speak a lick of Spanish. Hola, that's all you see. That's all you get out of me. Maybe uno.
No, not uno.
But it took off from there. It started with Spanish shows, Spanish talk shows. Then it went on to different short scenes. Then I had my first big break with Snoop Dogg and Martin Lawrence, Matthew McConaughey, and the Beach Bone.
Oh, wow.
That came out on a big screen on the movie theaters. And it just kept going from there. After I graduated from Miami-Dade, I had to make a decision if I wanted to leave Miami or go to Atlanta. I ended up going to Atlanta for 2 years. And more shows started coming, series. So I kept doing that, but I kept saying to myself, like, I want to make my own, because in this industry, it's cutthroat network. They will blackball you as soon as you say what you feel. So I said I want to make my own. And that's when I started with Miami-Dade College. And after I left Atlanta, I moved here to Jacksonville, because I was going to move back to Miami, but something told me to stay in Jacksonville.
Okay.
And went to Full Sail. I said, I want to go ahead and put a lock on this thing. And that's what I did. Started, got a couple series coming out. Well, not coming out, we're working on them. And I'm still acting. So I see my purpose here.
I'm full circle.
So I love it. But not only that I love it, I love myself now.
You like the person you become.
I love it. I love it.
You know what though?
How
That's
I feel
99% about it. Loving the person that you become enough to be the person that you become, and not worry about what others think about the person that you become. And it's a struggle.
Yes. Yeah. So that's who I came. Right. Like the acting part is still growing. It's still growing. I love it. Working on a couple movies now that I'm in. Not producing, nice. But I'm in.
Hey, don't matter if you produce them, you still in them.
I'm in them. Yes, I'm in them. So, but the most part, I love how the kids respond to it. They respond to it because, ooh, Mr. Mitchell, because I do a lot of counseling as well. Mm-hmm. I work with troubled teens that from the court order, so I work with them as well, my regular job. Is it a trouble? Is it a hassle? Yes. For me, being around youth for 12 hours a day. Oh, man.
That's where your patience come from.
It made me look at my daughter and say, yes, you're only one I need.
I don't need no more. One's good.
But helping these youth out, man, and then they see my movies on TV, and they like, Mr. Mitchell.
Because you're building hope in them.
Right. They want to know, how can we do this? Hey, when I get out, can you set it up? I want to do that. I want to how you get involved with that. And I explain to them, and they be like, wow. So not only is it showing them a different direction, because nowadays you have every child want to be a rapper.
Yeah, a rapper or a gangster don't even realize what neither one of them takes, because gangsters only gangsters because of original necessity.
Right.
And rappers, they do better on candy bars.
Exactly. Especially today's rappers.
Yeah, they're not like.
No offense.
Look, they are not like the original rap that started coming out back in the day, because it was more political rap.
Exactly.
It had a meaning. It had somewhat hope to it. But then they flipped the script and took the hope out of it and put, hey, let's sing about murdering and let's deface the women. And now we got women jumping on to deface themselves. We ain't got to do it no more.
Right, and
that's the crazy part.
right. Somebody asked me the other day, and they seen my vision because they asked me, what type of movies do I make? And I told them, well, first of all, I'm gonna let you know right now, I do not involve my movies around drugs, women stripping all the time, dancing on the poles,
Hanging out at the club.
right, hanging out in the clubs. No, I don't involve that.
Fake gambler's life.
Action, yeah, because my life I did action. As far as like I was an armed bodyguard person, armed security, protector, and everything.
Well, I mean, football is still action. That's high impact.
Yeah.
I mean, that ain't no little feat there.
Right. But that's another thing I wanted. I didn't want every child to think, okay, I got to be a football player, because I see a lot of children are being stressed put on that.
Mm-hmm. It's being pushed to them as a narrative versus seeing where they're
Right.
good at and watching them grow in that area. So I have a friend who he has a son, and I've watched him throughout the years cultivate the direction that his son goes in. His son is very talented when it comes to drawing. I mean, kid got mad skills. On the flip side, he put him into soccer, and the kid dominates.
Oh, see?
So he's nourishing the skill sets that his son has. And seeing him not say, I want you to do what I did,
Right.
is amazing, because that's what a real role model does. A real role model sees where you're strong at and enhances where you're strong at, not see where they're strong at and push you in the direction that they're strong at.
Right. Well, I'm gonna use my daughter as an example. I had a chance to put her on the movie. They said, Todd, do you know any little girl? I said, that's my daughter. I said, do you want to be in this movie? She said, no, Daddy, that's your thing, not mine. Okay.
And that's being a great parent, because, I mean, once again, your passion is not always their passion.
Right.
So you have to pay attention to kind of what their passion is, because that's your job. Your job is not to be their friends, because, like I tell people, my friends go home. My friends don't live in my house.
Right. Right. If you're going to do that, you got to set them up. Let them know the benefits, the cons, and the pros, which is like a lot of with football. Let them know what potentially can happen to your body in the future. Do you want to go this way? Do you want to go this way? But give them an option.
Yeah,
just
give them the
don't
full
force
layout.
it. Yeah, don't force it on them, man. That's one thing I can't. I disagree on. I'm not telling you how to parent, but give them an option. Just don't show them one way. So that's what I do with a lot of the youth and everything, and just like, hey, just
You'll
map it out
evolve.
first. Hey, don't put your eggs in one basket and just keep it there.
You're going to evolve.
So-
You just need to focus in the direction that you're great at.
Right. So
let me ask you a question. How can these folks find your book?
well, it's on Amazon. You have the hard copy version and the paperback version. Never Gave Up, Reclaim My Life, based on a true story by Todd Mitchell. It's on Amazon, and that's where you can find it. Soon as everything, the details get worked out, it'll be Barnes and Noble as well. But definitely right now, it's on Amazon.
Okay. And what social media can they find you on?
You can definitely find me at Todd R. Mitchell 2000 Instagram, and Todd R. Mitchell 2000 on Facebook. My TikToks, I really just got into that.
Yeah,
But if you search Todd R. Mitchell 2000, Todd R. Mitchell, my TikTok could come up. I forgot my Instagram, my TikTok name. TikTok something. But
That's okay.
That's a new one for me.
Look, at the end of the day, y'all got the information. Y'all know what to do. So don't sleep on it. When this comes out on the playground, you're going to be able to see where to go to find this book, as well as his regular social media tags. So don't sleep on it. Be with it. And as always, thank you guys for coming on the playground. It's been Jason and Todd. And we've been doing what we're doing
Yes.
here on this playground. So dust your knees off. We'll holler at y'all later.
I like that. I like that. I like that.